Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Luke, aka KRS Taylor. Um, I am going to be doing a part series with the Healing Esper as opposed to a full video. And what I'll do is allow people to, switch to parts that they are interested in learning about, and just make it overall an easier viewing process for the viewers. Anyway, in this video, we're going to touch base on stat priorities for the Healing Esper. This is for Drop 4, and hopefully we'll have some fun with it. It's going to be a short video, hopefully not too long. Anyway, let's dive right in. Alright, so as a Healing Esper and as any healer in general, this sort of allows you to understand what you're looking for in your stats and sort of min-maxing and making your job, making you able to do your job much better. Um, so first and foremost, where you want to be, the first stat priority is insight. And where you want to be with this stat is around 1542 minimum. This allows for food buffs and Adventus boost to boost you to your last milestone, which is 1680. So that's kind of where you want to be. If you're a little over, it's fine, like I am. I'm 4 insight over. It's not a huge deal, but I would say minimum 1542 is where you want to be with your insight. That's our primary stat. So next stat that you want to look at once you've reached the threshold of 1542 is putting all your priority, if you will, into support power. And the thing about insight and support power is insight's the primary, support power is your secondary stat. So insight doesn't scale as good as support power will. And that being the case, once you do reach this, well, I explained that wrong. I suppose you can look at it like this, that each one of your milestones, since you go after insight first, offers more support power overall. So once you're able to hit all your milestones, and there are no more milestones to achieve, in other words, support power becomes significantly stronger. So what you're looking at that point is stacking support power in your runes and etc. Since the owning a piece of equipment with the rare occasion of maybe a support system and stuff like that gives you straight support power, your weapon also does this as well. You end up stacking a lot of support power on your runes once you've reached that cap, of course. The way it's looking, you kind of want to stack that until, from what I understand, some people have done some good posts on the WildStar forums to make it so until you get around like 4,000 plus support power, you don't start to see diminishing returns on that stat. So to overall increase your healing, insight, and support power is where it's at. Next at that point, I would go towards focus recovery. Focus recovery rate. Right now I'm sitting at 4.05. What you'd like to see is you'd like to be around 4.0. So I'm right where I want to be. You can go a little less. The only thing you have to do is you have to be really conscientious of the focus you're using at this point and managing your cooldowns and whatnot, which I'll describe in later videos. Yeah, that's focus recovery under 4.0. Should be more than sufficient. Next stat will be crit hit, um, which is for the primary is finesse in our case, because it gives us crit hit and crit hit severity. But as far as secondary stats, crit hit would be your next one that you'd see the most usefulness from. And again, there's not really any, or I couldn't find any information showing me where the diminishing return would be for crit hit. So my best guess, probably 30 to 35%, somewhere in that range, would be where you'd start to see diminishing returns as a result of stacking that stat. Um, then the next one would be crit hit severity. Uh, Again, this one has no information really out there that shows me, where the diminishing returns for crit hit severity would be. But my best guess would probably be 185%. I am sitting at 176.90. So yeah, I went through that pretty fast, but so in review, where you want to be is for your primary stats as a healing Esper is 1542 insight. To which point the next best thing would be to stack support power to about 4,000. Then focus reason just under 4.0. Crit to around 30 to 35%, and then crit hit severity to around 185% to 190%. I know I didn't really explain a lot of things, but this is like a general outline, I suppose. So I really wouldn't, if you're not to these places yet, I wouldn't, lose sleep over. This is essentially for like, mid-maxing in-game kind of theory crafting, if you will. So if you're not there, don't worry about it too much. Just kind of follow the priority as best you can. You're still able to heal with a lot less support power than I have right now. My gear is pretty strong right now. There's only a couple pieces here or there that I like to change. So anyway, that'll do it for us. For me here, I will be in the next few minutes probably trying to move it towards our next video, which would be talking about rune sets and runes, what you should be doing with your runes in your slots of your gear. So hopefully you'll tune in for that. We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining. Peace out.